Hi, and today I would like to talk to you about the experience I did, my personal experience regarding training for size and training for strength. So I first started out with some body weight training because I was a noob and didn't research at all. So I did some pretty good gains, the noob gains that we call, with the just push-ups and sit-ups and stuff. However, my first professional workout or training was that of Ripto's 3.5. Now this training is quite interesting and it deserves a video of its own, which I'm planning to do, so stay tuned to watch it. And it is a quite very good workout to start. It is designed especially for beginners or even intermediate lifters, but especially beginners, and it's quite simple and easy to follow and do. And what Mr. Ripto's emphasized on was to start with strength training. So even for beginners, he emphasized on the fact that you should first gain strength and train with strength, and then size will follow. So he is of the school of thought that by training strength you also build size, or that you need a lot of strength to build a lot of size. And so his workout is designed to train 5 reps max only, for the big lift, and very few isolation exercises, like mostly compound exercises, squats, deadlift, and the bench press. And they are, as I mentioned, 3 sets of 5 reps only. So as you may know or you may not know, that strength training emphasizes reps from the 1 to 5, 6 range. So 1 to 6 reps of work instead of the size trainings, which are usually from like 6 to 12 reps, or actually more like 8 or 10 to 12 reps. Now, as a personal experience, then starting off with strength training was quite beneficial. So I did gain a lot of size, especially in the lower body. In the upper body I didn't, because I wasn't a noob. I already gained my noob gain. So for the upper body I couldn't really tell because it didn't really change. Or actually the chest and tricep area didn't change much because it was already trained. However, I did make good gains on the back and biceps and rear shoulder, thanks for the deadlifts and bent over rows, which were, as I mentioned, 5 sets of 5, and adding also some chin-ups, which were also not a huge number, like 8 or max reps. So it wasn't also huge. It was also for strength training. And the good thing about it was that my strength kept going up. So I don't know if it would have been different with size training. However, with this training, the strength training, I almost every week increased in strength. So I started at 60 kilos for 5 reps of squats, and ended up after a few months to 100 kilos for 5 reps. And then I stopped the training and moved to another one. So that's a good benefit of this training. And now for the size gains, I did gain quite a bit, as I mentioned, in the back and the lower body too. However, the chest area, etc., didn't change much. And however, also the arms didn't change at all. And my surprise was that the biceps that I thought would grow didn't change at all, even though I added the optional bicep curl isolations on some of the workouts, as the workout plan suggested. So this tells me that the strength training are not enough for arms. So especially if you want to build bigger arms, as big arm as possible, then strength training and focusing on compound strength exercises are not enough. So you should add a lot of isolation exercises for the arms and probably shoulders also. Although I was quite satisfied with the results for shoulders with the compound exercises strength training only. But for the arms, especially biceps, I definitely suggest to add isolation exercises and strength, and size training. And in fact, as a matter of fact, I did add it when I added more isolation exercises and more volume, more sets per week, more training sessions per week, like 2 or 3 times training arms per week. I started noticing gains on biceps after years. So it took years because I didn't do enough because of the strength training, which minimizes the isolation exercises, and the rep range may not be enough. I mean, it's good for increasing strength as much as possible, but it may not be enough, from my experience, to grow bigger muscles or bigger arms, especially. I mean, it was okay for the rest, but for arms I noticed that it wasn't enough. And so with the more of a size training, with more of a size rep range, it started to grow, the arms started to grow. So that's what I had to share with you. Thanks for watching and see you next time.